Suppose you are assigned to record 3 tests: to book a flight reservation, to open an existing flight booking, to fax a flight booking. For these 3 tests, the login and logout steps are common. You can either record the login and logout steps along with all the enhancements like parameterization, checkpoints, etc. for each test, or you can divide the script modularly into a unit called action and record the login and logout action for test 1 and use the same action for test 2 and test 3. Actions. Actions help divide your test into logical units or business processes. Actions help create a script which is more modular and efficient. An action consists of its own test script. When a script is newly created, it consists of only one action. A script can consist of one or more actions. Types of actions. There are 2 types of action: reusable action, non-reusable action. Reusable action can be used on other tests. Non-reusable action cannot be used in other tests. Reusable action can be used in the same test multiple times. Non-reusable action can be called in the same script only once. For our learning purposes in QTP, let's go ahead and record test 1 and test 2 and the corresponding actions. In QTP, open the very first login script we had recorded with 5 simple steps. Let's save it as test 1. Right now, it consists of only one action. Let's split it to make actions login and logout. Click the cursor at any place at step number 5. Click the split action icon. Click OK on the information message shown. The split action dialog box opens. There are 2 options to split an action: independent of each other, which splits the selected action into 2 sibling actions; nested action, which splits the selected action into a parent action whose last step calls a second child action. Let's select nested action option. Name the first action as login. You may give a suitable description if required. Name the second action as logout. Click the OK button. The action is split. The logout action consists of the close window step. If you select the login action from the action list, the last step, that is step number 5, is now calling the logout action. You can make these actions independent of each other. To do so, in keyword view, select the logout action and drag and drop it over the icon for login action. The actions login and logout are now independent of each other. If you check in the export view, the run action step is now automatically deleted. In QTP, now we have test 1 with login and logout actions. For our learning purposes, we can ignore the recording of booking flight action and proceed to test 2, which consists of open booking action. Let's quickly record open booking action in test 2. In QTP, open a new test and save the script as test2. Click the record button. In flight reservation, click File, Open Order, select order number, give the order number say as 1, click OK, order number 1 opens. All the steps required for this particular actions are recorded. Back in QTP, click the stop button to stop recording. Do away with the garbage steps. You can parameterize the order number. There are 2 sheets available. For parameterization, there are 2 sheets available: global data sheet, local data sheet. Global data sheet is unique for the entire test. Local data sheet is equal to number of actions present in the test. Sheet name is global. Sheet name equals to the action name. Any action can access and write data into global data sheet. An action can read and write data into its own local data sheet only, more like the concept of global and local variables in other programming languages. Now the question is, when would you use global data sheet or local data sheet? Suppose for test 2, we needed to open reservation for 3 different orders. Had we selected global data sheet, all 3 actions, that is login, open order and logout, would have iterated thrice. But with local data sheet, login and logout will be iterated only once, while open booking will be iterated thrice. In QTP, select the order number, parameterize it. Location as the local sheet. Click OK. Give the order numbers. To change the name of action, right click on Action 1, Action Properties. Action Properties dialog box opens. Give it a suitable name, in our case open booking. A brief description if required. By default, all actions are marked as reusable. To make it non-reusable, check this option. An information dialog box opens, click OK. Now the action is non-reusable, click OK button. The action name and the corresponding data sheet changes accordingly. For test number 2, now we have open booking action recorded. The next step is to import login and logout actions from test number 1. There are 2 methods to import an action into a script: call to copy of an action, call to an existing action. When you make a copy of an action, the action is copied entirely, including checkpoints, parameterization, and the corresponding action tab in the data table into the calling test. Calls to action are read-only in the calling test. They can only be modified in the test in which they are created. When you insert a copy of an existing action, you can make changes to the copied action and your changes will not affect or not be affected by any other test. Enables you to use the same action in several tests and makes it easy to maintain tests. Can insert copies of both reusable and non-reusable actions. Can make calls to only reusable actions. For learning purposes, let's try both. Let's make login action non-reusable and insert call to copy of an action. Let's make logout action reusable and insert call to existing action. In QTP, open test number 1. Right click on login action, action properties. Uncheck reusable option. Click OK. Login action is now non-reusable. The logout action is already reusable. In test 2, click call to copy of an action. The select action dialog box opens. Select the test as test number 1. All the non-reusable and reusable actions in test number 1 are populated in the action list. Select the login action. Click OK. The login action is inserted with the prefix copy for easy reference, and the corresponding data sheet is also copied. Now select insert call to an existing action. The select action dialog box opens again. Select the test as test number 1. If you see this time around, only the reusable actions are populated. In this case, logout action. Select logout. Click OK. The logout action is inserted with the name of the test, which is test1 as suffix for easy reference. The corresponding data table for logout is read only, everything is blacked out. If you look into the export view, if you try to make any changes into the script, it's not possible, which signifies that it is called to an existing action and you cannot modify it. On the contrary, if you select the copy of a login action, you can make all the changes possible. Just rearranging the actions in the correct order. Let's run the test. The test runs successfully, but the open booking action is iterated only once. You can change this by selecting open booking, action call properties, under the run tab you can select to run on one iteration only, on all rows, or a specific number of rows. In our case we select all rows. Click OK. Let's rerun the test. This time around, open booking has iterated thrice. That's all to actions.